the authorship and the dating of the Arthasastra is a controversial matter. It will be suffice to say that one of the most significant research on this text was made by the scholar named Thomas Trautmann, who made a statistical account of the linguistic peculiarity of the text. He reached the conclusion that at the present shape, it cannot be placed anything earlier than 1st or 2nd century AD. Then, are we going to discard this text? Not at all. Because the earliest portion of the text, which is called the ADHYAKSHAPRACHARA, the term means in which section the text prescribes the ideal functions of the heads of different administrative departments. This portion of the text belongs to the 3rd century BC. Whether or not the text belonged to the Maurya court, that is an immaterial question. The important point is the most ancient part of the text that deals with the ideal functions, I repeat the word ideal functions, of different administrative heads is more or less contemporary to a period when the Mauryas were ruling. That is why we would occasionally use the Arthasastra as an important source of the Mauryan period, because the earliest portion of the text goes back to the 3rd century BC. Even if we take into account the importance of the Arthasastra, we however cannot forget that the Arthasastra lays down prescriptions, recommendations, how an ideal ruler should rule, how an ideal ruler should organize the statecraft. It, however, never says that this is how the Mauryan state was actually ruled. In fact, what we get is a prescriptive text, not a descriptive account of the Mauryan state. There is in any given society a difference between what is a precept and what is a practice. We can use the Arthasastra in the light of other sources contemporary to the Mauryan period. Now there is another source distinctly contemporary to the Mauryan period. By this we mean inscriptions of Asoka. For the first time, not only we get lithic records, imperishable, durable, on which were engraved Asoka's instructions, but no less interesting is the fact that Asoka mostly writes his instructions in the first person. This is something unique even in the entire range of Indian epigraphy. By epigraphy I mean the study of inscriptions. This is the beginning of Indian epigraphy. This is also the unique instance where the ruler speaks to his subjects, speaks to his administrators in first person.